In the heart of Soweto, a place marked by both beauty and struggle, lived a young girl named Serafina. Filled with hopes and dreams for her community, she yearned for a world free from the chains of oppression, where freedom wasn't just a distant dream but a reality within reach. Serafina knew that the fight would be long and dangerous, but her spirit burned bright. She was ready. Her teacher, Mrs. M, was more than just a guide, she was a source of strength and inspiration for Serafina and her classmates. Mrs. M taught them to question, to rise, and to believe in a future unshackled by the past. Through her words, Serafina learned the power of unity and the beauty of their culture. Together, they spoke of freedom and the courage it would take to achieve it. Mrs. M's presence instilled courage in Serafina, giving her the strength to stand tall in the face of injustice. At Serafina's side was her best friend, Ngwazi. Together, they whispered dreams of a brighter tomorrow. They talked about the world they wanted to build, a world where they were free to be themselves, without fear or oppression. Ngwazi shared Serafina's hopes and fears, and together, they knew that change was possible. But the road ahead was filled with uncertainty, and they wondered if they were strong enough to face it. At home, Serafina's mother watched with pride and fear. She saw the fire in Serafina's eyes, the same fire that burned in the hearts of all who dreamed of freedom. But as a mother, she worried. She knew the price of standing up to oppression was high. She feared for Serafina's safety, but deep down, she understood that her daughter's spirit was unbreakable, and her passion for justice could not be contained. The day of the uprising arrived. The streets of Soweto were alive with the sound of footsteps, voices chanting for justice, and the rhythmic beat of drums. Serafina marched at the front, her heart pounding, her voice loud and clear. Together, she and her fellow students sang the songs of their ancestors, marching for a future they believed in. But as they confronted the police, the forces of oppression were ready to silence them. The tension rose, and in that moment, Serafina knew the danger ahead. Yet, she marched on, her spirit uncrushed. Serafina's name echoed through the streets of Soweto, a symbol of hope and resilience. She was no longer just a girl, she had become a beacon of strength for her people. Her courage inspired a generation, and her story became a legend that lived on. In the face of oppression, Serafina stood tall. She fought not just for herself, but for the future of her people, and her spirit continued to inspire the unbreakable pursuit of freedom.